Hi, I'm Lewis Turkington, a GSF Junior racing driver currently competing in the BTCC Fiesta Junior Championship. My motorsport career hasn't been too big at the moment, actually. My dad didn't really want me racing. He tried everything not to get me into motorsport. He tried golf, he tried football, he tried everything really, but nothing worked. I'm sitting here in this race suit, so that sort of tells the story. Today I've got one qualifying session and a race. My car's here. The team's done the prep on it overnight. It's sitting ready, nice and clean. So this is my mechanic Will. And then this is the boss man Simon. Yesterday he helped prep my car, get it ready to go racing faultlessly. So this is my Mark 7 Fiesta Junior. It's a 1.6 litre engine, naturally aspirated. The dash and all is very similar to how it is on the road car. There's obviously a few differences with the shift lights, and there's a few extra mirrors in the car, and a roll cage obviously. So for breakfast I make porridge, just it sits easy on me. It's not a big meal that it's really hard to digest. So I have a porridge, I have the protein one to get protein in because your muscles need to recover over the weekend. I put creatine in as it's good for brain functions and every little bit can help. And I also put some strawberries in to just get some fruit and fibre in. It's just every little benefit you can find, I'll just try. I put so much in there by mistake, but and it's all over the table. My dad's Colin Turkington. He's pretty decent, to be honest.
The British touring car champion is Colin Turkington.
He won a few British touring car titles in his day.
For the 4th time in his career.
People think it adds pressure, him being my dad, but it doesn't really. I'm a normal kid and Dad's really useful on the data side, but everyone else is data engineers, so it doesn't make a huge difference. So at the end of the day, I'm just a normal kid with a slightly cool dad, but I just feel the same as every other driver would. I really started out in 2022, midway through. I did a few events of autographs. That's sort of just what got me into it. Half of 2022, 23, 24, 25. So that's basically just raced on a dirt oval. I sort of stood out as one of the big talents. There was over like 107 juniors or something, and I managed to finish 4th with a broken arm. They tried to send me off to the hospital, but I lied saying my arm was fine. So they let me go for the rerun, which is just the race starting all over again, of the semi-final, which I won by like a quarter of a lap, which was insane, bear in mind my situation.
Lewis Turkington, as they got carted away in the ambulance only half hour ago, goes through to the final.
Me and GSF partnered together just more or less at the start of this year. I find it quite cool because our ideas both align, where we want to be the best and we're learning, we're growing, and we're trying to take over, so I think that's really cool.
I'm Simon, I'm the boss of 2010 Racing, and all of these precious machines are looked after by us. Over the 2 years I've worked with Lewis, he's obviously started very new and green to the sport. As we've progressed, his feedback's got better. He knows what the car's doing now, and he can tell us what the car's doing, and so that we can alter it to what he prefers to make him faster.
So I'm just getting ready to go out in the car now. I don't really have any pre-race rituals, so I'm just keeping calm, get ready, just get in the seat nice and early and just think what I need to do to move up the field. That is sort of the goal for this race. I'd like to move up a couple of positions, but stay out of trouble as well. So let's see how I can progress through.
My name is Louise Turkington, and I am lucky enough to be the mum of Lewis Turkington. My role within this journey, let's say, is mum, first and foremost, mentor, director, but also just the glue that holds the whole project together. It's no secret that motorsport is incredibly expensive, and in particularly the junior journey is really, really costly. In 2023, when Lewis decided he wanted to go racing, and we decided, okay, let's let's do this. We had never the funds to get Lewis behind the wheel, and he knew this. So in 2023, he said, well, look, if I want to go racing, I'm going to find the money. So let's just start trying to make that happen. We began the year in April with the intention of possibly doing the first 2 or 3 events. That might be it. But we were so lucky to make contact with GSF Car Parts, who were able to acknowledge Lewis and his progress and his work ethic and the little differences that he has compared to everyone else. His journey is completely different.
I've got some dreams in my career. I'd love to race at Le Mans, love to become a manufacturer driver. If it wasn't for GSF, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now, so I'm forever grateful.
It's a big grid once again for the Fiesta Juniors, as is sort of the norm these days for this hugely popular junior championship. 29 of them set to take the grid.
GSF's programme for me as a young driver is incredible. They've got me on the grid, they've got me competing, and I'm bringing them to a high level. So it's fantastic what they're doing, because at the end of the day, they don't need to be doing this, but showing that they're doing it shows how good of a company is, how great their objectives are. So dyslexia has changed the way I approach life, really. In racing, I learned you have to put the most effort in and try the hardest to win. And I think that sort of correlates with dyslexia, because we struggle with things that people find easy, so we've had to put a lot more work and effort in.
Lewis's mission has always been to inspire those with dyslexia, because his experience of the journey was a really, really difficult time when he was more or less told at 4 or 5 years old that he had low academic ability and he'd do well to get a GCSE. And what we see with Lewis is that the dyslexia has grown so many other aspects of his development, whereby we weren't even aware that that was happening.
I think motorsport showed me the ones who work hardest win. So I think I now take that mentality into my everyday life, which helped me from day to day, really.
It's incredible that GSF have discussed such an interest in that with us, and how they would love to help encourage young people with learning differences into the automotive industry, and they want to know what they can do to help. So, you know, to hopefully put something together that will make that happen is just incredible, and it's everything that driving dyslexia forward has ever wanted to be.
I'm just progressing up, and that's sort of my goal. I want to keep progressing, become a better driver, and I'd love to get a podium by the end of the year, but my goal is to become a more defined racing driver and become a really good finished product.
Of course I'm proud of both of my sons. I'm proud of my husband, but I'm also really proud of all of the juniors that you see on the Fiesta Junior grid, because they're all doing themselves proud, and I think if that becomes your mission, I think you'll always be winning. And our personal message with the kids is progress is the measurement of success, and I think if you marry that with doing yourself proud every day, you're going to get a win.
I want to do myself proud, and at the moment I am doing myself proud, so that is a very important thing.